CCTV reveals. Gao Tae and Qiang dragged Yu Meng Long inside, the shocking 2 a.m. aftermath. In the dead of night, when the city sleeps and the streets are silent, CCTV cameras captured a scene that has left thousands in disbelief. The footage, released earlier today, shows Gao Tae and Qiang, names now synonymous with scandal, dragging Yu Meng Long into an unknown location at 2 a.m. The images are raw, uncut, and chilling, revealing moments that ordinary news reports could never capture. It starts innocuously enough: a dimly lit street, a few scattered cars, and shadows moving stealthily. But within seconds, the calm of the night is broken. Two figures, identified as Gao Tae and Qiang, approach Yu Meng Long. The way they move, fast and urgent, hints at something more sinister than a casual altercation. The CCTV footage shows a struggle. Yu Meng Long resists, his attempts to break free desperate yet futile. Each second is a battle. The fear in his eyes is unmistakable, even in low-resolution black-and-white video. Onlookers, who later confirmed they were nearby but too afraid to intervene, describe hearing muffled screams that pierced the night. By 2:03 a.m., Yu Meng Long is completely inside the vehicle, and the trio disappears into the darkness. The camera captures the eerie calm that follows, a silence that feels heavy, as if the night itself is holding its breath. The CCTV footage is just the beginning. Eyewitnesses who came forward after seeing viral snippets online added layers to the story. One local shop owner, who prefers to remain anonymous, recalls, "I was closing my shop when I heard shouting. At first, I thought it was a fight, but then I saw them. It was like something out of a horror movie. They dragged him quickly, so fast, you wouldn't believe it." Another resident, living 2 blocks away, claims to have seen the vehicle later parked in an alleyway, the doors flung open as if in a hurried escape. These accounts, combined with the CCTV footage, paint a picture of meticulous planning and shocking audacity. For those who might be new to the case, here's a brief breakdown. Gao Tae, a controversial figure known for previous incidents involving intimidation and threats. His public persona often masks darker dealings behind closed doors. Qiang, Gao's accomplice, less publicly known but equally dangerous. Analysts believe Du is the muscle in these operations, executing plans with precision. Yu Meng Long, a rising star in local entertainment, known for his charisma and generosity. His sudden involvement in this chilling event has sparked nationwide concern. The clash of these personalities, captured on CCTV, has ignited debates across social media, forums, and news outlets. Piecing together the footage, a chilling timeline emerges. At 1:55 a.m., Gao Tae and Qiang are seen waiting near a dark alley, scanning the streets as if anticipating something or someone. At 2 a.m., Yu Meng Long appears, walking alone. His relaxed demeanor is a stark contrast to the danger lurking ahead. At 2:01 a.m., the first approach, Zhou makes a sudden move. Du flanks Yu, cutting off his escape. At 2:02 a.m., struggle begins. Yu resists, kicks, and screams. Gao and Du maintain control. At 2:03 a.m., Yu Meng Long is forced into the vehicle. The van departs without a trace. At 2:05 a.m. onwards, the street returns to eerie silence. CCTV captures no further activity, leaving authorities with more questions than answers. This timeline is just the beginning. Experts say every second offers crucial clues that could unravel the mystery behind this shocking event. Once snippets of the footage leaked online, social media exploded. Hashtags like #2AMShock, #JoDoDrama, and #Whereas Yu Meng Long trended for hours, drawing millions of comments. Fans expressed outrage. "This is terrifying. How could something like this happen in the middle of the city? We need answers." CCTV doesn't lie. Some offered theories ranging from targeted intimidation to criminal coercion. Others speculated about the role of bystanders, why nobody intervened despite the clear danger. The combination of viral footage and eyewitness accounts has transformed this event from a late-night news snippet into a full-blown nationwide scandal. While the footage itself was shocking, the story behind it may be even darker. As investigators comb through the CCTV and eyewitness accounts, a chilling narrative begins to emerge. One that could explain why Gao Tae and Du Qiang targeted Yu Meng Long in the middle of the night. On the surface, the attack appears sudden and senseless. Yet experts and insiders suggest that there may be multiple layers of planning. 1. Intimidation or warning. Sources close to Gao Tae suggest he has a history of sending messages through fear. Dragging Yu Meng Long at 2 a.m., when few witnesses are around, could have been a calculated move to instill terror. 2. Financial disputes. Yu Meng Long's rising influence in the entertainment industry may have threatened certain figures. Some analysts speculate that unpaid debts, contracts gone wrong, or jealousy-fueled rivalries could be at play. 3. Personal vendetta. Unconfirmed rumors hint at a personal conflict between Yu Meng Long and the duo. This adds a disturbing human element, turning what could have been a criminal act into something deeply personal. Whatever the motive, one thing is clear: this was not a spontaneous attack. CCTV shows meticulous timing, precise execution, and an almost clinical approach to controlling the situation. While the footage gives a broad overview, a frame-by-frame analysis reveals startling details. Gao Tae's body language. Calm, almost methodical. Analysts note that his movements suggest experience in coercion or abduction scenarios. There's no hesitation, no panic. Du Qiang's role, protective and aggressive. Du ensures that Yu Meng Long has no escape, positioning himself strategically to block all routes. Experts say this indicates prior planning. Yu Meng Long's reaction. Fear mixed with determination. Despite being overpowered, he struggles consistently, which may have prevented an even worse outcome. His resilience in those critical seconds is noteworthy. The CCTV also captures subtle background cues: passing vehicles slowing down, shadows of onlookers hesitating. These almost cinematic details suggest that the event unfolded in a real-life frozen moment of suspense. The internet never sleeps, and neither do conspiracy theories. Since the CCTV footage surfaced, fans, analysts, and online sleuths have proposed multiple theories. A organized crime connection. Some believe Gao and Du are linked to underground networks. This act could be a warning to others in the industry. Political implications. A smaller faction suggests that Yu Meng Long may have stumbled upon sensitive information, making him a target. A hoax or staged event. A few skeptics argue that the footage could be partially staged to create drama. However, the consistency between eyewitness accounts and video makes this theory less plausible. Regardless of theory, the conversation online is intense. Millions of people are dissecting every second of the footage, drawing maps of escape routes, and debating what may have happened after Yu Meng Long disappeared into the van. Following the incident, the neighborhood is on edge. Local shops reported a spike in late-night security measures. Residents share that the eerie silence post-2 am feels unnatural, as if the city itself is holding its breath. Authorities are investigating, but progress is slow. No arrests have been made, and CCTV only shows the initial abduction. What happened inside the vehicle, where it went, and the condition of Yu Meng Long afterward remain unknown. Meanwhile, Yu Meng Long's fans have launched campaigns demanding answers. #Find Yu Meng Long and #Justice4You. Celebrities and influencers are amplifying the story, keeping the incident trending. Investigators believe that the CCTV footage captured only a fraction of what occurred. They are analyzing a vehicle GPS logs to track where the van went after 2 a.m. A nearby surveillance cameras. Multiple angles may reveal unknown accomplices or stopovers. Communication patterns, calls, texts, or online activity leading up to the incident could provide motive and context. This hidden narrative may reveal shocking truths that no one has considered yet. Some insiders warn that the resolution could shake the public's understanding of criminal behavior and celebrity vulnerability alike. Though no camera captures the inside of the van, eyewitness accounts and psychological profiling provide startling clues. 1. The ambush was planned. Every move Gao Tae and Du Qiang made before 2 a.m. suggested premeditation. The inside of the van was likely equipped to restrain Yu Meng Long, leaving him with little chance of escape. 2. Yu Meng Long's fight or flight response. Psychologists analyzing the footage outside the van say that Yu's physical resistance and quick thinking indicate a high survival instinct. Even inside, it's likely he remained alert and trying to find opportunities to escape or signal for help. 3. Control tactics by Gao and Du. Experts suggest the duo used both physical intimidation and psychological manipulation. Gao's calm but dominating presence combined with Du's aggressive restraint would have created an environment of intense fear, disorientation, and compliance. 4. The duration and movement, vehicle GPS data, partially leaked by anonymous sources, indicates the van traveled through multiple neighborhoods before stopping in a secluded area. The journey lasted nearly 45 minutes, meaning Yu Meng Long was trapped for an extended period, a terrifying ordeal that few have survived psychologically intact. Inside the van, every second mattered. Analysts studying similar abduction cases point to key psychological dynamics. A power imbalance. Gao Tae's calm dominance and Du Qiang's aggressive enforcement would have made Yu Meng Long feel isolated and vulnerable. A fear as a weapon. The uncertainty of what would happen next amplifies terror. Yu Meng Long's mind would naturally fluctuate between hope of escape and resignation. A subtle manipulation. Even subtle gestures, like controlling his movements, limiting visibility, or using verbal intimidation, would make the victim feel utterly powerless. This combination of control, intimidation, and isolation makes the incident particularly harrowing, and explains why the footage outside the van was just the tip of the iceberg. While some theorists suggest this was personal, experts point to patterns that hint at criminal network involvement. Are the precision and timing of the abduction? Are the use of an untraceable vehicle and multiple escape routes? Are the apparent premeditation, suggesting knowledge of Yu Meng Long's movements? Such factors often appear in cases involving organized crime, raising questions about whether Gao Tae and Du Qiang are acting alone or as part of a larger, more dangerous network. Authorities were alerted within minutes, but response was delayed. Analysts criticize a limited surveillance coverage. The CCTV network captured the abduction but not the escape route, making real-time intervention impossible. Are unclear protocols for celebrity targets. Yu Meng Long's status may have complicated standard procedures, as some officials hesitated to act without formal reports. Are investigation bottlenecks. Early leads, including eyewitness accounts and GPS data, were slow to process, giving the perpetrators crucial hours to disappear. This lag has fueled public outrage, with social media hashtags like #JusticeDelayed trending alongside #FindYuMengLong. Fans have become amateur detectives, combing every second of the footage, reviewing maps, and even using video software to enhance CCTV frames. Popular theories include 1. Planned public intimidation. Some suggest the abduction was staged in a semi-public area to send a message, not just to Yu Meng Long, but to the entire industry. 2. Hidden accomplices. Viewers notice shadows in the footage, sparking speculation that more people were involved than initially reported. 3. Secret hideouts. Fans have mapped likely van stops based on traffic patterns and believe Yu Meng Long may have been held in a warehouse-like structure. While speculative, these theories keep the story alive and viral, drawing attention to every new clue released. What makes this incident particularly alarming is that it's not over. Each new piece of evidence, CCTV frames, eyewitness testimony, leaked GPS data, adds to a growing narrative of fear, intrigue, and danger. For Yu Meng Long, every hour matters. For the public, every revelation is a chance to piece together the truth. Though the CCTV captured the initial abduction, the van itself became an enigma. Investigators have traced its partial GPS data, which indicates stops in remote industrial areas and side streets far from the city center. A possible warehouse hideouts. Analysts suggest the van may have stopped at abandoned warehouses or unregistered buildings, typical of premeditated abduction scenarios. A temporary holding locations. Some reports claim Yu Meng Long may have been moved multiple times in those early hours to confuse trackers and delay law enforcement. These moves show a level of planning that is both chilling and methodical. The perpetrators clearly wanted to ensure Yu Meng Long's disappearance was nearly impossible to trace. Though authorities cannot release all details publicly, sources indicate several key forensic clues were discovered. 1. Trace materials. Fibers from clothing and the van interior suggest that Yu Meng Long may have been restrained but not entirely immobilized, possibly to maintain compliance without causing permanent harm. 2. Electronic evidence. Mobile phone pings and GPS data offer tantalizing hints of the van's route and potential accomplice locations. Analysts are combing through this to identify co-conspirators. 3. Psychological footprints. Experts note patterns in Gao and Du's movements consistent with prior criminal behavior. Their tactics, timing, vehicle selection, and restraint methods suggest experience in abductions rather than spontaneous acts. This combination of physical and digital evidence is helping investigators reconstruct the terrifying timeline of Yu Meng Long's ordeal. As news spreads, residents near the CCTV location are shaken. Many describe a lingering unease, reporting, "Even though the incident happened at 2 a.m., the fear stayed with us all day. Everyone is watching the streets more carefully, wondering who's next." Social media has erupted with discussion, theories, and outrage. #Where is Yu Meng Long continues to trend alongside #2 AM shock. Fans are organizing online searches and crowdsourcing information about the van's potential routes. Influencers and local celebrities have publicly called for justice, pressuring authorities to act quickly. The incident has become more than a crime, it's a symbol of vulnerability and fear in public spaces. While Gao Tae and Du Qiang's immediate intent seems to involve intimidation or control, deeper motives may be emerging. Financial stakes. Yu Meng Long's rising career may have intersected with powerful individuals threatened by his influence. Some analysts suggest contracts, investments, or insider knowledge may have played a role. Personal vendettas, rumors of grudges or prior conflicts are circulating, though authorities are careful not to confirm these. These personal elements could explain the boldness of the abduction in a semi-public space. Power plays. By abducting Yu Meng Long in the dead of night and ensuring his temporary disappearance, Gao and Du may have aimed to send a larger message of dominance. The combination of financial, personal, and psychological factors makes this incident far more than a simple crime. It's a carefully orchestrated act designed to terrify and control. Authorities are employing multiple strategies to piece together the events. 1. CCTV cross-checks. Reviewing footage from surrounding streets, businesses, and residential cameras to reconstruct the van's entire route. 2. Forensic analysis. Collecting and analyzing trace evidence from the van and potential hideouts. 3. Digital tracking. Mapping mobile phone and vehicle data to identify accomplices or potential destinations. 4. Eyewitness interviews. Speaking to residents, delivery drivers, and shop owners to capture even the smallest observations that may have been overlooked. These efforts are painstaking but crucial. Each clue brings investigators closer to answering the central question. Where is Yu Meng Long, and what is Gao Tae planning next? Unlike most crimes, this incident exploded in real time due to social media. Clips of the CCTV, eyewitness statements, and fan theories are shared, commented on, and analyzed across the globe. Millions are now tracking updates, making this one of the fastest-spreading celebrity-related criminal cases in recent memory. The virality has placed enormous pressure on law enforcement, forcing transparency and urgent action. Influencers are using the story to encourage citizen reporting, increasing the odds of new leads. The combination of viral attention, shocking footage, and social outrage ensures that every development is scrutinized and magnified. Based on GPS data and eyewitness reports, authorities have narrowed down several likely stops the van made after leaving the city streets. These locations share disturbing patterns. 1. Abandoned warehouses. Isolated, with no active surveillance, these buildings are prime locations for holding someone temporarily. Sources indicate that the duo may have used these to control and disorient their victim. 2. Industrial complex back alleys. Remote areas with few residents and minimal traffic, ideal for moving someone without drawing attention. 3. Unregistered buildings. Some leads suggest they could have used private, unregistered properties owned by unknown associates, making law enforcement tracking extremely difficult. Experts say that the choice of location is methodical and strategic, designed to keep Yu Meng Long isolated while minimizing the chance of capture. Even without direct footage from inside the hideout, behavioral experts offer insight into what Yu Meng Long likely endured. Isolation. Being cut off from communication increases fear, anxiety, and confusion. A controlled environment, lights, sound, and space may have been manipulated to maintain compliance. A threat perception. You would likely have been exposed to verbal intimidation, subtle threats, and the presence of Gao and Do, amplifying psychological distress. A time disorientation. Moving him between locations and manipulating the van's interior could prevent him from estimating time or planning an escape. While the outside world focuses on the viral CCTV footage, the real horror may have been inside the hideout, a calculated environment designed to break resolve without leaving visible marks. Sources familiar with the duo's activities suggest that Gao Tae and Du Qiang may not have acted alone. Indicators point to a broader criminal network. Prior associations. Gao has been linked to other high-profile intimidation cases, suggesting experience in coordinated operations. Vehicle and route choices. Using an unregistered van and multiple remote routes points to prior planning and logistical support. Possible accomplices. Eyewitness reports hint at shadows and movements near warehouses, suggesting there may have been additional people involved who were unseen by CCTV. The more investigators dig, the more it appears that this was not an impulsive act but a coordinated operation with multiple players. As news spreads, fans have become amateur detectives, tracking possible routes, analyzing satellite images, and scouring social media for clues. Some discoveries include potential hideouts. Fans mapped likely warehouse locations, cross-referencing GPS anomalies with industrial maps. Anonymous tips. Social media has been flooded with potential sightings of the van or its passengers. Pattern recognition. Analysis of CCTV footage from surrounding streets revealed subtle signs of accomplices, previously overlooked by investigators. This public involvement, while unofficial, has kept pressure on authorities and ensured that the investigation remains in the spotlight. Even after the initial abduction, the city remains tense. Residents near possible hideouts report unusual activity. Lights in abandoned warehouses, strange vehicles, and late-night movements. Authorities warn, do not approach these areas. The perpetrators are considered dangerous, and public safety is the top priority. Meanwhile, Yu Meng Long's family has released statements pleading for his safe return and urging the public to provide any information that could help locate him. Celebrities, influencers, and fans have united online, amplifying the call for justice. Investigators are now piecing together connections that could expand this from a simple abduction to a far-reaching criminal conspiracy. Evidence of financial transactions linked to Gao Tae and Du Qiang. Communications between unknown associates indicating advanced planning. Subtle hints that this abduction was meant as a warning to others in the industry. The more evidence emerges, the clearer it becomes. This is not just a crime, it is a message, a spectacle designed to instill fear while advancing hidden agendas. With each passing hour, the urgency of locating Yu Meng Long intensifies. The CCTV footage showed only the abduction, but investigators and analysts now focus on what could have happened inside the van and the hideouts, and how you may have tried to survive and even fight back. Survival instincts in the dark. Behavioral psychologists emphasize that victims of abduction often rely on subtle strategies to increase their chances of survival. For Yu Meng Long, these could have included 1. Observation and awareness. Even restrained, every sound, every shadow, and every movement provides vital information about his captor's routines. 2. Psychological resistance. Maintaining mental focus under fear is critical. Experts suggest that Yu likely used mental exercises to remain calm, avoiding panic that could worsen his situation. 3. Opportunistic actions. Small actions, like loosening restraints, testing the strength of doors, or memorizing routes, could allow him to seize a moment to escape. 4. Communication. If possible, leaving subtle signs of presence or messages could alert investigators or witnesses to his location. These strategies are often invisible to outsiders, but they can make the difference between captivity and freedom. Anonymous sources close to the investigation have hinted at shocking revelations. Connections to larger networks. Gao Tae Yu and Du Qiang may be part of a broader criminal operation that specializes in intimidation and coercion. A high-profile targets. Yu Meng Long's abduction may not have been random. The operation could be a warning aimed at others in the entertainment industry. Advanced planning. Insider tips suggest that the perpetrators meticulously studied Yu's routines, indicating long-term preparation. These leaks suggest a complex, layered conspiracy. The abduction wasn't an isolated act. It could be part of a chain of events designed to assert control, manipulate finances, or eliminate threats. Authorities are facing enormous pressure. The abduction occurred in the dead of night, and every hour matters. Steps being taken include 1. Expanded surveillance. Reviewing all CCTV footage from nearby streets, industrial areas, and parking lots to reconstruct the van's movements. 2. Digital forensics. Tracking mobile phone signals, analyzing social media activity, and tracing financial transactions connected to the perpetrators. 3. Community outreach. Encouraging public tips and monitoring social media for credible sightings or leads. 4. Specialized units. Deploying tactical teams experienced in high-risk recoveries and abductions to potential hideout locations. The stakes are high. The longer Yu remains hidden, the more dangerous the situation becomes, both physically and psychologically. While law enforcement works behind the scenes, the public has become an unofficial extension of the investigation. Mapping van routes, using traffic cameras, eyewitness reports, and social media posts to track likely movements. Spotting patterns. Online sleuths analyze repetitive behaviors or vehicles near potential hideouts. Amplifying awareness. Social media campaigns ensure that tips and sightings reach authorities quickly. The sheer volume of attention is forcing authorities and the perpetrators alike to adapt, turning the abduction into a high-stakes chess game in real time. Experts warn that the situation is volatile. Gao Tae Yu and Du Qiang may attempt a relocation, moving Yu to another hideout to confuse trackers. Intimidation, using threats or public displays to maintain control. Covering tracks, destroying evidence, switching vehicles, or deleting digital footprints. Conversely, Yu Meng Long's survival strategies, mental resilience, careful observation, and opportunistic actions could provide the key to his escape or rescue. Possible rescue path. Investigators have identified key vulnerabilities in Gao Tae Yu and Du Qiang's operation, offering hope for a rescue. 1. Predictable patterns. Despite their careful planning, CCTV and eyewitness accounts reveal subtle habits in their movements, routes they frequently take and timing they prefer. 2. Vehicle forensics. Traces on the van, such as fingerprints, fiber samples, and GPS anomalies, suggest that it may have stopped in the same locations previously, providing law enforcement with potential leads. 3. Accomplice identification. Anonymous tips indicate that there may be at least 2 additional individuals assisting in the operation. Locating these accomplices could lead directly to Yu Meng Long. 4. Digital footprints. Mobile phone pings and minor social media activity are being analyzed in real time, offering investigators a narrow window to act. These vulnerabilities are critical. If exploited correctly, they may allow authorities to intervene before Yu Meng Long is moved again, or worse. As investigators dig deeper, the abduction appears increasingly connected to a larger organized crime network. A financial motivation. Transaction records suggest that Gao and Du may have been contracted by unknown individuals with vested interests in controlling or intimidating Yu Meng Long. Industry warnings. Leaks indicate that other celebrities or public figures may have received similar threats, showing that this abduction is part of a wider campaign of intimidation. Coordinated operations. The planning, timing, and execution point to more than just 2 perpetrators. Sources suggest that there may be a logistics team managing movement, surveillance, and communications behind the scenes. Experts warn that the deeper the investigation goes, the more layers of criminal involvement emerge, potentially implicating powerful players. Investigators have reportedly uncovered startling clues. 1. Hidden communications. Messages between Gao Tae Yu, Du Qiang, and unknown parties indicate premeditation and strategic planning. 2. Vehicle modifications. The van was reportedly equipped with makeshift restraints and possibly soundproofing materials, showing the duo anticipated controlling a captive for extended periods. 3. Eyewitness corroboration. Residents near industrial areas have reported suspicious late-night activity matching the suspected route of the van. This evidence paints a disturbing picture. The abduction was carefully orchestrated and intended to maintain complete control over the situation. Social media continues to amplify the story. Hashtags like #rescue Yu Meng Long and #justice@2am trend globally. Online sleuths share maps, possible van sightings, and theories that are being cross-checked by law enforcement. Influencers and journalists are broadcasting live updates, creating unprecedented public pressure for a resolution. This virality is a double-edged sword. It keeps the abduction in the spotlight but may also alert the perpetrators to the ongoing investigation. With every lead, the tension escalates. Analysts warn that Gao Tae and Qiang may escalate tactics to maintain control over Yu Meng Long. Any misstep in the investigation could put the victim in greater danger. Time is critical. Every hour increases the psychological and physical toll on you. Experts stress that survival and rescue depend on precision, timing, and coordination. Every second counts in preventing further harm. Psychologists and survival experts suggest several ways Yu Meng Long could find freedom. 1. Observation and timing. By carefully monitoring Gao Tae and Qiang's routines inside the hideout, he could identify moments of inattention or vulnerability. 2. Improvised tools. Even in restraint, small items like loose wires, clothing, or environmental features could be used to create opportunities for escape. 3. Distraction techniques. Using sound, movement, or even psychological tactics to divert the captor's attention could buy critical seconds. 4. Signaling outside help. If Yu manages to access a phone, window, or any means of communication, he could alert law enforcement or nearby civilians. Experts emphasize that mental resilience and strategic thinking are often more important than physical strength in situations like this. Yu's intelligence, experience in high-pressure situations, and calm under stress could be decisive. New evidence has surfaced that may expose the masterminds behind Gao and Du. Financial trails. Investigators uncovered suspicious transactions linking unknown figures to the duo, suggesting a larger conspiracy with high stakes. Digital footprints. Communication logs reveal coordination between multiple parties, including potential logistical support and surveillance monitoring. Physical evidence. Additional forensic analysis of the van and suspected hideout locations has revealed fingerprints, fibers, and minor traces that could identify accomplices. This mounting evidence suggests that the abduction was strategically planned at multiple levels, from execution to contingency measures, and may involve a network with deeper motives than previously suspected. Authorities are acting on multiple fronts to bring Yu Meng Long to safety. 1. Rapid deployment teams. Tactical units are being mobilized to search potential hideouts based on GPS, eyewitness reports, and forensic evidence. 2. Digital tracking operations. Mobile and online activity related to the perpetrators is being monitored in real time. 3. Public collaboration. Authorities are leveraging social media to solicit credible tips, cross-checking information with digital and physical evidence. 4. Interagency coordination. Multiple departments, including local police, federal units, and cybercrime divisions, are collaborating to ensure no lead is overlooked. The combination of technology, traditional investigation, and public vigilance increases the odds of a successful resolution. With the incident going viral, citizens have become an extension of the investigative network. People are monitoring CCTV feeds, traffic cams, and street activity. Online communities are mapping possible routes and reporting suspicious sightings. Social media campaigns like #rescue Yu Meng Long are ensuring constant visibility, forcing both perpetrators and authorities to act quickly. Experts note that this level of public attention is unprecedented and may tip the balance in favor of the victim's rescue. Every hour that passes increases the psychological pressure on both Yu Meng Long and his captors. Gao Tae and Qiang may attempt relocation or escalate intimidation tactics. Our investigators must make critical decisions based on incomplete data, balancing risk and urgency. Yu Meng Long's ability to survive, observe, and act may determine whether the situation ends in safety or tragedy. The 2 a.m. abduction, which began as a shocking CCTV capture, has now become a high-stakes game of survival, strategy, and exposure. Every move could change the outcome, and the world is watching. After days of painstaking analysis, law enforcement has narrowed down the location of the perpetrators and potential hideouts. Key hideouts identified. Multiple abandoned warehouses and industrial buildings were flagged as likely sites where Yu Meng Long could have been held. GPS anomalies, eyewitness reports, and forensic evidence pointed to a small industrial zone on the outskirts of the city. Tracking digital footprints, authorities monitored the duo's mobile phones, social media, and communication patterns. Small errors by Gao and Du allowed law enforcement to triangulate their movements more precisely than ever. Coordinated raids. Special tactical units were mobilized, ready to intervene at the precise moment when Yu Meng Long could be safely rescued. Sources say that the operation involved real-time monitoring, drones, and rapid response teams, highlighting the high stakes and danger. As investigators dug deeper, shocking connections emerged. Financial backers identified. Anonymous tips led to evidence of payments from unknown individuals, suggesting Gao and Du were executing someone else's plan. Multiple accomplices. Additional operatives were discovered coordinating surveillance and logistics. The operation was more elaborate than initially imagined. Previous patterns. Analysts found similarities with prior incidents involving intimidation and high-profile abductions, indicating that Gao and Du may have a long history with organized crime networks. These revelations suggest that the 2 a.m. abduction was part of a broader, coordinated strategy rather than a standalone crime. Even under extreme duress, Yu Meng Long demonstrated remarkable presence of mind. Mental observations. By studying the captor's patterns and routines, he was able to anticipate moments of distraction. Opportunistic movements. Small actions like loosening restraints and monitoring escape routes could provide critical seconds to make a break. Signaling help. Yu left subtle indications of his location when possible, alerting authorities to his approximate whereabouts. Experts emphasize that these small but strategic actions could be pivotal in the unfolding rescue operation. As the investigation neared its climax, the public's involvement became a major factor. Viral awareness. Social media amplified every new clue, forcing the perpetrators to act cautiously. Crowdsourced information. Ordinary citizens contributed tips, photos, and observations that helped investigators confirm hideout locations. Global attention. International media coverage increased scrutiny, making it harder for Gao and Du to cover their tracks. This unprecedented combination of public vigilance and law enforcement precision created a unique pressure cooker environment. Authorities prepared for a synchronized strike. Tactical units were positioned near all suspected hideouts. Forensic and digital teams monitored movements in real time. Communication lines were secured to coordinate with emergency medical services in case of injury. The entire operation hinged on timing, precision, and a deep understanding of the perpetrator's psychology. Any misstep could put Yu Meng Long in further danger, but success promised a dramatic and viral resolution.